The kingdom of Eldoria was thirsty. The earth was cracked. The rivers were whispers of their former selves, and the royal court's mood was as dry as the dusty fields. King Theron, a good man worn down by worry, saw only one solution: a marriage alliance. His daughter, Princess Aurelia, was to be wed to Prince Percival of the absurdly wealthy and perpetually damp kingdom of Aquaria. The prince arrived in a flurry of velvet and complaints about the heat. He was less a potential savior and more a walking, talking perfume bottle with an allergy to everything that wasn't gold-plated. During his visit, Aurelia found him arguing with a palace gardener because a withered rose was offending his aesthetic sensibilities. That was the final straw. She wasn't a prize to be traded for rain. That night, she swapped her silk gown for a gardener's tunic, grabbed her sketchbook, and slipped out of the castle. Her escape was almost foiled by a guard who complimented her on her sudden interest in early morning composting. She simply nodded and hurried on. Her boots kicking up the dust of the nation, she was determined to save her own way. She found her solace in the hills, sketching the stubborn, resilient little plants that refused to die. It was there she met Elias, a young botanist peering at a thistle with the intensity of a jeweler examining a diamond. He mistook her for a fellow plant enthusiast. "Careful," he said, not looking up. "That's a royal scorn blossom. It looks pathetic, but its roots can crack stone." Aurelia, kneeling beside him, replied, "I know. I've been charting their positions. They seem to grow in a peculiar line." Elias finally looked at her, his eyes lighting up with shared curiosity. "A line?" They spent the day together, her detailed sketches and his scientific knowledge creating a new kind of map. As the sun set, Elias overlaid her drawings on an old geological chart. The line of scorn blossoms perfectly traced a path through the mountains. "It's an aqueduct," he breathed, "an ancient one. The plants are tapping into the residual moisture deep below." The next morning they set off to find its source, a sack of Elias's oddly delicious oat and raisin biscuits, their only provision. The journey was filled with more discovery than danger. A grumpy badger who was hoarding shiny river stones, and a flock of sheep that seemed to follow them for miles. Apparently enjoying Elias's off-key humming, Aurelia returned to the castle as Prince Percival was haggling over the dowry in the council room. She burst in, still covered in dust, and unrolled her maps across the great table. "We don't need a marriage, father," she declared, her voice ringing with newfound authority. "We need engineers." She and Elias laid out a brilliant practical plan to excavate and repair the old aqueduct. Prince Percival scoffed. "You intend to save a kingdom with plumbing?" Aurelia looked him straight in the eye. "It's better than trying to save it with pomade." The king, seeing the fire in his daughter's eyes and the logic in her maps, agreed. The people of Eldoria, given a project of hope instead of a prince of pomp, rallied. Nobles and farmers worked side by side, and within weeks, a trickle of water became a stream. Then a life-giving flow. Prince Percival left in a huff, his carriage wheels getting stuck in the glorious, life-saving mud. Princess Aurelia had brought the rain, not with a vow, but with her will, her wisdom, and a little help from a botanist who knew the secrets of a thirsty land.